Cybersecurity and the threat of iPhone and Android hacking. In an era where smartphones are indispensable, the importance of cybersecurity has grown exponentially. Both iPhone and Android devices, while equipped with sophisticated security features, remain vulnerable to hacking. This documentary explores the cybersecurity challenges related to these platforms, the techniques used by hackers, the risks and threats involved, and the FBI warnings issued to mitigate these dangers. Understanding the risks. Smartphones are treasure troves of personal and financial data. From banking apps and health records to social media credentials, the information stored on iPhones and Android devices makes them lucrative targets for hackers. The risks include identity theft, financial fraud, and unauthorized access to sensitive information. Moreover, the interconnected nature of apps and devices amplifies the potential damage, as a breach in one system can cascade into others. Hacking techniques. How vulnerabilities are exploited. Hackers employ various methods to compromise smartphone security. Phishing attacks. Phishing remains one of the most common tactics, where users are tricked into providing personal information via deceptive emails, messages, or fake websites. Both iPhone and Android users are susceptible, as these attacks exploit human error rather than technical vulnerabilities. Malware and spyware. Malicious software designed to infiltrate devices can be disguised as legitimate apps. Android users face higher risks in this category due to the platform's open app ecosystem, which occasionally allows rogue apps to slip through. Exploiting system vulnerabilities. Hackers continuously search for security flaws in operating systems. While Apple's iOS is known for its closed ecosystem and stringent app review process, it is not immune to zero-day exploits. Previously unknown vulnerabilities that hackers can exploit before a patch is available. Public Wi-Fi networks. Unsecured public Wi-Fi connections can act as gateways for hackers to intercept data transmitted between a user's device and the network. FBI warnings and recommendations. The Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, has issued multiple warnings about the risks of smartphone hacking, emphasizing the need for increased awareness and security measures. Key areas of concern include SIM swapping attacks. Hackers trick mobile carriers into transferring a victim's phone number to a SIM card they control, gaining access to two-factor authentication codes and personal data. Public Wi-Fi risks. The FBI advises against using unsecured public Wi-Fi for sensitive transactions and recommends using virtual private networks, VPNs, to encrypt communications. Social engineering threats. Cybercriminals use psychological manipulation to trick users into revealing sensitive information or installing malicious software. The FBI's recommendations include enabling two-factor authentication, 2FA, keeping software updated, using strong passwords, and being vigilant about suspicious links and emails. These practices significantly reduce the risk of falling victim to cyber attacks. Cybersecurity measures for iPhone and Android. To mitigate these risks, both developers and users must adopt proactive measures. Regular software updates. Updates often contain patches for known vulnerabilities. Users should enable automatic updates to ensure their devices run the latest security features. Strong authentication methods. Utilizing strong passwords, biometrics, and two-factor authentication adds layers of security. These methods can significantly reduce the likelihood of unauthorized access. App vigilance. Users should download apps only from official stores, Google Play and Apple App Store, and scrutinize app permissions. Android users should be especially cautious of third-party app stores. Secure networks. Avoiding public Wi-Fi for sensitive transactions and using virtual private networks, VPNs, can safeguard data from interception. The role of developers and policymakers. Developers and policymakers play critical roles in addressing smartphone cybersecurity challenges. For developers, incorporating robust encryption protocols, regularly testing for vulnerabilities, and educating users about risks are essential practices. Policymakers, on the other hand, must establish regulations that mandate security standards for app developers and service providers, ensuring accountability and compliance. Balancing usability and security. One of the greatest challenges in cybersecurity is balancing user convenience with robust security measures. Excessive security protocols can frustrate users, leading to non-compliance or adoption of unsafe workarounds. Striking the right balance requires collaboration between developers, cybersecurity experts, and user experience designers. Conclusion: as the digital landscape evolves, so do the methods employed by hackers. The FBI's warnings serve as a stark reminder of the ever-present threats to smartphone security. While iPhone and Android platforms continue to innovate in security, users must remain vigilant and informed. Cybersecurity is a shared responsibility that requires a multifaceted approach, combining technology, education, and policy. By understanding the risks, heeding FBI warnings, and adopting best practices, individuals and organizations can better protect themselves in an increasingly interconnected world.